There. There, that's good. Good. Alright, clean. Alright, so, damn. Give me a break. Add. Color in. Maybe that much, I think. Hopefully. So I selected all of that. Reason why I selected this is that this, I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I think it's gonna sit well, and in terms of like having it feel like it's sitting on the floor, meaning the grass floor, I think it's gonna bode well, right? Because it has strong perspective lines and it's angled like this and it's centrally located, so I'm hoping this as a set will work well. I'm not gonna cut out the arms just yet. I just want to think in terms of big terms, like, you know, picking apart big chunks at a time. Yeah, so I got all of that. Then from there I need to have my selection, like to feather it and stuff, and that method is basically, from this method I need to change my tool settings. So instead of third tool, I'm going to go back to my fourth tool, the object selection tool. I'm going to click it, and as you can see, with the object selection tool, right, it grabbed everything I need. See, all around, clean, right, clean, very clean, especially the holes over there. So I don't want to use this masking, right? This is a type of a masking. I don't want to use this masking, right? Layer mask. And there's a reason why. I want to use this one, select and mask up here. When I do that, again, I want these properties pop up, and that method is only found in that button that I just pressed a couple of seconds ago. So in here, right, so I have opacity set to 100 instead of like 50%, whatever. I chose the color to be red, and red indicates masked area that's being cut out. And then from there, I'm gonna go a lot of times feather. I put like maybe 1 pixel. I'm gonna zoom in, so you can choose using that, left clicking to kind of zoom in so you can kind of see, middle space bar to kind of pan it like this. And then from there I'm gonna go and set my feather to say high, like 5 pixels, just to show. See what it does? When you feather it, you'll see this white stuff. That white stuff is basically the transparency, feathering around it like that. So that white stuff does not mean white as in it's going to put a white outline, right? It's just going to feather it, which I kind of don't trust right now. So what I'm going to do is set the feather to 1. See, 1 is just about right. Feather to 1, and then I'm gonna put, maybe try smooth, set the smooth factor to 1. Set it 5. Okay, 5, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like it did anything. If I set this back to 0 for the smooth, if I set it back to 5, yeah, it does. Reason why is if you look here, damn it. This stuff here, let's say I set the smooth, if you notice around these edges, if I set the smooth to say like 3, see, clears it up. If I set it to 5, basically it just kind of smooths it out, so smooth. And then feather at 1. For every student's project, there's going to be slight variances, differences, but this is what I kind of work with. So I'm looking around, showing. Then maybe you could shift edge to the left. Ooh, that's too much. Took away. Maybe I'll do it this much over here. Shift edge, click it one time. Brought it back. So shift edge, if I set it to 0, this is what it looks like. If I set it to maybe push the dialer back to here, to the left a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so you can see it being cut out. So maybe I'll put it, I don't know, -15, something like that. What about the contrast? Contrast, if I set it to 0, maybe I'll set it to like 3%. So it'll kind of sharpen it, right, slightly at 3%, something like that. And then the output, set it to say new layer with layer mask. What that does is that it'll make a cutout, but still keep the original, which you'll see now. Hit. Oh, maybe if I try decontaminate. So decontaminate, I'm gonna turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. I'll leave it off. Output to new layer with layer mask. Then I'm gonna hit OK. And there you go. Nice cutout. This is it. So it's non-destructive, meaning that the original is still there, but it's being cut out, meaning the areas that I had selected, and it has a nice soft, see, feathering and transparency, which will be great for hopefully great for putting into After Effects. Yeah, see, very nice. That's why I use that type of layer masking with those dials that I can push and pull. And yeah, so if I press B as in Bob, I select the layer, and I make sure to select the thumbnail, right? And I press B as in Bob for a brush tool, and white means it's gonna add or show more of what was before. So if you look here, the little icon, if I get a big old brush, go wipe across, you'll see it update here just to show. See? And it shows here. It also starts to show here. It has a blurry feathery look on the edges because of the brush having a soft edge to it. I'm gonna undo that just to kind of clarify it. I'm gonna name this only the characters. Only the characters. Maybe I'll name it characters in Technic. Yeah, characters in Technic. Right. So press V as in Victor for the move tool. Check. I'm going to do an incremental save. Alright, so I paused the video for a bit. I named it Master Chief and Halo having picnic master file, and I'm going to hit save. And it is a Photoshop file. Right, do not save it as a PSB. There are several students saving as a PSB. I don't know why. Just save it as a PSD. Right. I don't want to discuss about the PSBs. I'm just going to ramble. So it's just PSD as in David. PSD file. Save. Alright. Alright, so that part is done. Not too painful. And I'm gonna hide that. I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm gonna name this one copy. Right, so this is the copy, right? Next thing, what else should I try to tackle? Well, you know what? This one here, the characters in picnic, right? I'm gonna use this cutout that I did mainly as a selection. So hover over it, mainly the cookie color black and white part. I'm gonna press Control. I'm gonna left click in here. So that basically reselects everything, right? Then I'm gonna turn that off so you can still see the outline, the marching ants outline. I'm gonna turn on this, the Master Chief and Halo Picnic copy, and I'm gonna try to this is my copy, so what am I gonna do from here? I'm gonna alright, so I just pause the video for a bit. So I have my selection. What I want to do is I want to fill in this area so that the ground floor and the lake water fills in this area here where these guys are originally sitting. Right? Basically a cleaner back plate, you could say. So what I'm going to do is this. With this selection right now on my copy layer, which it only is showing, right now I have my selection. I need to grow it, meaning that to expand further out like this much. The reason why is that if I delete this, right, it's going to leave behind some leftover outlines for the usually. Basically, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to see like this. See? It leaves behind this crap. This outer edge crap. I don't know why. So with it selected and I have the layer, I'm going to go to select, modify, expand, outward. I'm going to set expand by 8 pixels, hit OK. See? It goes outward to select everything all the way around, even in here. So what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to delete it. So this is considered destructive editing because you can never get it back, but it's fine. So what I'm going to do is click on generative fill. This is again my Master Chief and Halo Picnic copy. Generative fill, click it. Then I need to click it again to generate. I'll let it process. Alright, so it filled it in. As you can see, pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice. Right. So this is under the properties. These are the 3 different styles. Again, let's say this one. Okay, so this one had this stupid looking line for whatever reason. This one, alright, so I think doesn't have the line and it doesn't mess things up. Or the third one versus second one, I don't know, but I like I'm just gonna go with the second one. That's under the properties tab. Go back to my layers tab. And here is this generative fill. Before, which is this, I cut it out with the 8 pixel expansion, and here's my generative fill. Boom, on top of it, which is pretty much perfect. Grab both of it. I'm going to do Control E as in Edward to smash it flat, these 2 layers. I'm going to name this back plate plate in progress. That's what I'm gonna name it, the back plate in progress. And then I'm gonna make a copy of this, Control C, Control Shift V as in Victor, to put it right directly on top. I'm gonna select this, I'm gonna lock it, hide it. This one, back plate in progress, I'm gonna name it copy. Then my back plate in progress, I'm gonna turn on I'm gonna click here, that's the fourth tool, and I'll go back to object selection tool, left click and hold object selection tool. Hopefully I might get lucky and pick out so it's not letting me. I want to pick out some of this shrubbery. Looks like it's picking some of them. So I'm holding shift and just doing a marquee drag box select. I'm just trying to get a rough estimate. So see, as you can see, it's not grabbing some of these for whatever reason. I don't know why. I mean, it should grab it, but it's not. It's grabbing some of these. Right, so it's not. Ooh, it's grabbed too much. Undo that. I don't know why. So grab that. Whatever. I don't want it to grab. Damn it. So if in here, I don't want to grab the back of the boulder, right? I only want to grab the dark foliage in the closest to me, foreground. So if I hold Alt, it will deselect this as I do a box selection to deselect it. Right, I'm on the fourth tool, which is the object selection tool. Right, so holding Alt, deselect, deselect, deselect. Alright, so that's not bad. Deselect. Deselect. Holding Alt, deselect. 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 God. Deselect. Okay, so hold Shift to select. Hold Alt, deselect. Alright, so I don't want this either. Hold Alt, deselect. Whatever. Hold Shift